Hello, YouTube family, and welcome to the weekend. Yes, this is the weekend edition. We get a little fancy. David A. Gaines puts everything together. Much like during the week, we give out hugs. So come on. I'm so excited. We got a new feature, got some new artwork to show you from Beyonce's latest album and Regina King, like you've never seen her before. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. And what do I love to say? It's not cute not knowing, and now we're going to know. Welcome to the weekend edition. Freaknik, the documentary, is here. Now, I just wonder how many people just are watching it to see if they were in it. Late 80s, early 90s, Jermaine Dupri, the producer, he produced this. And he said it was just to show you a glimpse of that party scene down in the ATL. It is streaming now on Hulu, so check it out. BET's Comic View is back, courtesy of Kevin Hart. It's been about like 16 years. It's airing on BET Plus, and Mike Epps is the host. Now, speaking of BET Plus, Diarra from Detroit. It's a new mystery that Morris Chestnut describes as fun, mysterious. I had a chance to talk to Morris Chestnut this week, and it's the adventures of Diarra Kilpatrick. Morris Chestnut is one of the co-stars. Felicia Rashad also stars. It's airing on BET Plus. Do you like concerts? Because coming up this year, this summer, great shows. You got Usher going on tour. You got Janet Jackson going on tour, as well as Chris Brown. Check out Regina King. The actress is currently starring in the Netflix film Shirley, about Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman to run for president of the United States. She recently did a photo shoot from Harper's Bazaar, which is hot. Power 2 Ghost, or Power Book 2 Ghost, is ending. The one with Michael Rainey Jr., Mary J. Blige, Method Man. It's coming to an end this year with episodes airing in June and September. The week that a lot of us have been looking forward to, Beyonce Act 2 Renaissance. It's country music, but I'm gonna let Beyonce explain. Cowboy Carter is her latest album. What made Beyonce want to do this album? You know, she says she felt compelled to do it because back in 2016, when she was singing with the Chicks, she did not feel welcome. She's from Texas. She did her homework about Black people, country music. Cowboy Carter is out on the 29th, and in Beyonce's words, this is not a country album. This is a Beyonce album. There's going to be some surprise features. Will it be Dolly Parton? Will it be Taylor Swift? She just says it's going to be with people she really admires. Let's take you back 40 years ago. The first Ghostbusters came out. Well, get ready for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Paul Rudd, who's been added to the cast. The late Harold Ramis died a few years ago. It's funny, it's spooky. Ghostbusters is back in theaters with the Frozen Empire. We have a new feature added to the weekend edition. It's called Ask Auntie, where I ask you to send in questions. Now, y'all know I wear readers, so I'm going to put the readers on. And this one comes from Vanessa Morgan, 4873. I'd like for you to tell the story of how you got in radio. You told it before, but she says she loves hearing it. Well, Vanessa, I got in radio. I'm a 42-year radio vet. And I showed up at work. The guy didn't show up. I was the only one who made it to snow. I walked halfway, got on the underground trains, and boom. That is how all of that started, but I'm a 42-year radio vet. I made it through the storm. Breedy 4671. Throughout your career, who are you most excited to interview? God, I have just interviewed so many people. Quincy Jones. And I've interviewed him twice. He's such just a musical giant that I just could not wait to talk to him about his fabulous career. Angie Lou 121. Why do you think Phyllis Hyman, one of the greatest vocalists ever, true, is so underrated? And do you think that Clive Davis contributed to this? And will the story of her life ever be told? There is a stage production that was very good about Phyllis Hyman. It was in Philadelphia. It stopped through here. I think she never got the exposure, and I think that Clive Davis did have a lot to do with it. He wanted you to look a certain way, be a certain weight, and once he found Whitney Houston, who wound up having her own stuff going on, he decided to invest his time in a Whitney Houston, because he tried with Angela Bofill, he tried with Phyllis Hyman, but I guess he felt that they were too rebellious, so he didn't do it. But I think that Clive Davis was one of the reasons. Plus, Phyllis, sometimes you get in your own way, and I loved her, but sometimes you can get in your own way. A combination of the two. Eagles to win 85. Hello, Patty. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. My question is, how tall are you? Oh, God. I'm 5'4". I do have siblings. I have 2 older sisters and an older brother. I am the baby of the bunch. My mom had me when she was 40. So she would have been 100 on her past birthday. Marietta Brown 4560. I know I'm funny. Now put my readers on. Auntie, I just want to know how you're doing. I'm doing good. You know, I have good days and bad days. I'm a stroke survivor. And walking can be a little challenging, but I'm getting through it. Let's just say I am learning to rest my legs. Cassandra Sanders DJ, do you think that internet radio is going to take over FM radio? And if so, how do you think that Billboard and other church services will deal with it? Well, internet radio is not going to go away, but I do not think it will take over FM radio. FM radio will survive with real personalities and information. You can listen to all those other devices, but when you want to hear what's going on real time right now, terrestrial radio, I think, will always rule there. Our last question, Constance Dennis. What was your funniest interview? Wow, I've had some interesting, okay. Russell Simmons came in here with this wild woman, and they just thought they were going to run over me. And I was like, no, I don't think so, Russ. I don't think so, Uncle Russ. I don't think we're going to do that today. So I wound up having to tell him to sit down and the woman to get out of my studio. And then the interview. Years ago when I first started, remember the Fat Boys? The Fat Boys and the Beastie Boys were acting crazy. They kept slapping each other and just acting silly. I instantly, and I had to be about, 20 or 21, I slammed on that desk. I said, y'all gonna stop playing. My mom just came out of me. But it was the Beastie Boys and the Fat Boys. They were just slapping. I'd ask them a question. They didn't want to answer it. I was like, what is wrong with them? So in the beginning, they did act like they did. I like the Auntie section. If you have a question for Auntie, send it in, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss anything, and hit that notification button. So when a video comes up, you're like, she's here. David A. Gaines, thank you so much. He puts everything together, and I'm so appreciative, and so appreciative to you. This is the weekend edition. It's not cute, not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.